Listen carefully. Pay attention to the sound of my voice. Even more important, be aware of the feeling that comes up inside you as you hear these words. Don't jump ahead. Don't let your mind drift off to the everyday stuff you have to do. For the next few minutes, I need you to be fully present, because what's happening in the universe isn't just another ordinary event. It's a direct and urgent call to your soul. I need you to understand that this coming Thursday, October 30th, 2025, isn't just another day. The reality you've always known is being rewritten by a cosmic power, and the ink is still fresh. This is a final warning, a last ray of light before a wave of awakening energy crashes over the planet. And you, one of the chosen ones, are being placed right on the front lines to get it first. People who aren't ready will be shaken up, confused, and thrown into total chaos. But you'll be grounded, you'll be empowered, and you'll become a guiding light for others. That's why you found this channel. That's why you clicked on this video. There are no coincidences in the grand scheme of things. Your higher self guided you here right now to get this crucial information before the gateway fully opens tomorrow. This isn't about scaring you, it's about preparing your soul. The universe is about to put on a grand show of energetic realignment, and you've got a front row seat. We're talking about 7 distinct, powerful, and life-changing spiritual shifts that will start happening in our reality beginning this Thursday. Each shift is like a key turning in a lock within your spiritual DNA, unlocking abilities, memories, and destinies that have been sleeping for lifetimes. For months, maybe even years, you've felt it building up. The weird ringing in your ears that isn't tinnitus, the sudden waves of emotion that don't seem to have any reason, the deep down feeling that you're here for something bigger, something monumental. You've been seeing the numbers. 1, 1, 1, 1, 444777, flashing on clocks, on license plates, on receipts. Each one a little nudge from your spirit guides saying, "Get ready. It's almost time." Well, that time is now. This is the culmination. This is the final exam and the graduation ceremony all rolled into one. Before we get into the first of these 7 sacred shifts, I need you to set your intention. This isn't just something to watch passively. This is actively creating something together. Show the universe that you're here and ready by liking this video to lock in your energetic signature with this frequency. Subscribe to Portal of Awakening, because your daily guidance and spiritual updates will be more important than ever in the days ahead. And in the comments below, I want you to type with conviction, "I am ready." Let that be your declaration to the cosmos. Let the algorithm and the universe both know that you're stepping into your power. Do it now. We're anchoring this sacred space together. Let's be clear about what's happening on a cosmic level. What makes this Thursday so incredibly different? It's a convergence, a rare and sacred alignment that the ancient mystics and stargazers have been talking about for thousands of years. We're seeing the peak of a powerful lunar cycle happening under a specific nakshatra, a lunar mansion known in Vedic astrology for pulling back the veil between worlds. At the same time, a subtle but strong alignment between Jupiter, the planet of expansion and miracles, and Saturn, the planet of karma and structure, is creating a cosmic tension. This isn't a battle. It's a divine recalibration. It's like the universe is holding its breath, allowing the old karmic structures to fall apart so that Jupiter's expansive miraculous energy can flood in. The Schumann resonance, which is like the heartbeat of our planet, has been showing wild and unprecedented spikes confirmed by monitoring stations all over the world. This isn't just a geological thing. It's Mother Earth herself upgrading her frequency, getting rid of dense old energies to make way for the new 5D reality. This planetary upgrade is what's causing the physical and emotional symptoms. The restless nights, the vivid, almost prophetic dreams, the sudden need to cleanse your space, change your diet, or get away from relationships that are draining you. Your body, your sacred vessel, is trying to match the planet's rising vibration. And this Thursday marks a crucial turning point in that process. You're not going crazy, you're ascending. The first of the 7 spiritual shifts you need to get ready for is what I call the sacred echo of ancestral clearing. This is probably the most fundamental and profound shift because it affects the very roots of who you are. Starting tomorrow, the veil between you and your ancestral lineage will almost disappear. This is a divine gift, a cosmic grace period that allows for the quick clearing of generational trauma and karmic debt that's been passed down your family line for centuries. Have you been thinking about a grandparent who passed away a long time ago? Have old family stories or forgotten memories been popping up in your mind for no reason? Have you felt waves of sadness, anger, or even joy that don't seem to be yours? This is the sacred echo. You, as the designated spiritual anchor in your family line, the chosen one, are being called to be a channel for healing, not just for yourself, but for every soul who came before you and every soul who will come after. You're breaking chains you didn't even know you were carrying. The pains, the struggles, the dreams your ancestors never got to fulfill are now coming to you not as burdens, but to be resolved. This is a huge honor. To get ready for this, you can't be afraid of the emotions that come up. Welcome them. Acknowledge them. On Thursday, create a small, sacred space in your home. It can be as simple as a single candle. Light it, and as you look into the flame, say the names of your ancestors out loud, the ones you know. Thank them for giving you the gift of life. Then state with clear intention, by divine decree, I now release all karmic debts, patterns, and traumas from my ancestral line that are not in alignment with my highest good and the highest good of all. I release them with love. I release them with gratitude, and I release them into the light for transmutation. I stand here now as a sovereign being, healed and whole. You might feel a shiver, a wave of energy, or even a deep sense of peace wash over you. This is the confirmation of the release. This act of conscious alchemy will ripple backward and forward through time, freeing your ancestors in the spirit realm and clearing the path for your own destiny. Without the weight of the past holding you back, this one act will unlock blessings and opportunities that were previously blocked by these invisible energetic tethers. The financial struggles, the patterns of heartbreak, the chronic health issues that have plagued your family for generations can now be brought to a final definite end through your conscious participation in this sacred shift. The wealth, love, and vitality that were the divine birthright of your lineage are now being returned to you. The universe is restoring what was lost, and you're the one chosen to receive it. To affirm that you're open to receiving the blessings that come from this profound clearing, to claim the abundance that is rightfully yours and that of your entire bloodline, take a moment right now and type the number of infinite abundance and karmic reward in the comments. Type 888 to anchor this frequency into your reality. By doing so, you're sending a clear signal to the universe that you accept this role and you claim the rewards of this sacred work. Let the number 888 be your code for generational wealth, health, and happiness unlocked and received. The second spiritual shift, which will become really noticeable starting Thursday, is the activation of the dream portal. Your sleep state is about to become one of the most important and active parts of your spiritual awakening. For the chosen ones, dreams won't just be symbolic replays of your day or random firings of your subconscious. They're becoming direct, unfiltered communication channels with your higher self, your spirit guides, and even benevolent beings from other dimensions. The energetic thinning of the veil applies not just to the ancestral realm, but to the dream realm too. This activation is a major upgrade to your consciousness, allowing you to access higher timelines, get direct guidance, and even learn new skills while you sleep. You may have already seen the signs. Your dreams have become incredibly vivid, colorful, and hyper-realistic. You might be having lucid dreams more often, where you know you're dreaming and can control what happens. You might be waking up in the middle of the night, around 3 or 4 a.m., with a jolt of energy, your mind buzzing, with a solution to a problem you've been struggling with for weeks. Pay attention to this. This isn't insomnia. This is a divine download. Your soul is being given information that's so high frequency it has to be delivered when your conscious, ego-driven mind is at rest to really tap into the full power of this dream portal. Your preparation has to be intentional tonight, and especially tomorrow night. I really urge you to put a journal and a pen by your bed. Before you go to sleep, hold a clear question in your mind. Don't ask a simple yes or no question. Ask something bigger, like, what's the next step I need to take to align with my soul's purpose? Or show me what I need to understand to heal my relationship. State your intention to remember your dreams when you wake up. As you drift off, imagine a portal of shimmering crystalline light opening above you, a direct connection to the higher realms. When you wake up, whether it's in the middle of the night or in the morning, don't move. Don't grab your phone. Before your logical mind fully kicks in, write down everything you can remember. Write down colors, feelings, symbols, numbers, conversations. Even if it doesn't make sense right away, write it down. The messages from this portal often speak in symbols and emotions, not in literal words. A dream of flying might mean you've found a new sense of freedom or a higher perspective. A dream of being in your childhood home could be pointing to an inner child issue that needs healing. The numbers you see in dreams, like 222 or 555, carry powerful vibrational messages about balance, change, and alignment. This practice will strengthen your connection to the dream portal, turning your sleep into a sacred ritual of guidance, healing, and profound discovery. You're being given the cheat codes to your own life every single night. All you have to do is listen. These first two shifts, the clearing of your ancestral lineage and the activation of your dream consciousness, are closely connected. You can't fly to new heights in the dream world if you're still held back by the chains of the past. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is orchestrating this process perfectly. It's clearing your foundation so you can build a skyscraper of consciousness. It's getting rid of the old so you can receive the new. What you're going through is a complete system overhaul. Don't underestimate the power of what's happening. Embrace the emotions that come with the ancestral clearing. Embrace the wisdom that comes through the dream portal. You're being remade, refined, and reborn in the crucible of this cosmic light. But these first two shifts, as powerful and life-changing as they are just the groundwork for what's to come. They're clearing the path and opening the communication channels for the third and fourth shifts, which are set to activate over the coming weekend. These next shifts deal directly with the magnetic frequency of physical reality, specifically the codes of wealth and abundance, and the unmistakable soul-shaking signal of your divine counterpart, your true soulmate. The codes for these activations are what we'll unlock in the next part of this urgent transmission. Now breathe. Take a deep conscious breath, because the energy we're talking about is strong, and your vessel needs to be ready to hold it. With the foundational clearing of your ancestral lineage underway and the sacred channel of your dream portal now fully activated, you've created the space you need within yourself for the next, more tangible waves of this cosmic upgrade. The first two shifts were internal, clearing the hard drive and upgrading the operating system of your soul. Now, we move into the external manifestation. What happens when a being of immense light, cleared of ancient karmic debris and receiving nightly downloads from the higher realms, starts interacting with the material world? The world has no choice but to respond. The fabric of reality itself starts to warp and bend around your newly calibrated frequency. This is where the magic becomes visible. This is where your inner work starts to pay off in your physical waking life. The next two shifts we'll talk about are the manifestation of this principle. They're the twin flames of divine abundance, the recalibration of your wealth frequency, and the amplification of your soulmate signal. These aren't separate things. They're the physical world's response to a soul that's finally remembering its inherent worthiness and its intrinsic connection to all of creation. What you cleared with your ancestors is now being returned to you in the form of prosperity. The love you're now able to access for your higher self in the dream state is now ready to be mirrored back to you in a sacred partnership. Do you see how perfectly this is designed? There are no coincidences. This is divine choreography of the highest order. The third spiritual shift, which I need you to prepare for with the utmost seriousness, is the great wealth frequency recalibration. Let me be perfectly clear, we're not just talking about money. Money is a symbol, a physical token for the energy of abundance. True wealth is a frequency, a vibration of being in such perfect alignment with the universe that all of your needs are met, your desires are fulfilled, and you have more than enough to be a source of generosity for others. For ages, the collective consciousness of this planet has been trapped in a dense, suffocating frequency of lack, struggle, and scarcity. This poverty consciousness was an artificially installed program designed to keep humanity feeling small, powerless, and disconnected from their divine birthright of infinite supply. This program is now being dismantled. The convergence on this Thursday, October 30th, is acting as a cosmic virus scan, locating and deleting this ancient malware from the planetary grid. Jupiter, the great benevolent giant of our solar system, is pouring its energy of expansion, fortune, and miraculous growth directly into the Earth's electromagnetic field. This is breaking apart the old rigid structures of limitation and karmic debt maintained by Saturn's lower frequencies. The very idea of hard work for little reward is a Saturnian prison. The idea of not being enough is a cage built by this old energy. Now Jupiter's golden light is shattering those bars forever. You, as one of the chosen ones, are a primary receiver for this new frequency, but you have to consciously attune your own energetic field to it, like tuning a radio to the right station. The signs that this is already happening to you are unmistakable. Have you suddenly felt a visceral repulsion to your own debt, as if it's a foreign entity that no longer belongs in your reality? Have you been struck by a bolt of inspiration, a business idea, an investment strategy, a creative project that feels not just good, but divinely inspired? Pay attention to this. These aren't just idle daydreams. These are direct transmissions from the frequency of abundance. Have you been finding money unexpectedly? A forgotten bill in a coat pocket? A coin on the sidewalk? Don't dismiss this. A penny found on the ground is the universe winking at you, a physical confirmation that the flow has begun. The amount doesn't matter. The synchronicity is everything. It's a sign that you're becoming a vibrational match to prosperity. You might also notice that opportunities you thought were long gone are suddenly coming back to life. A client from years ago calls out of the blue. A job application you submitted months ago suddenly gets a response. This is the universe collapsing timelines to bring you into alignment with your abundance. Now you're being shown in no uncertain terms that the old rules of linear progression and struggle no longer apply to you. To fully anchor this new wealth frequency and prepare yourself to receive its blessings, you have to perform a conscious act of energetic alignment. I call this the quantum wallet cleanse and activation. Your wallet or purse is a physical representation of your flow of abundance. It's an energetic vortex that's either attracting or repelling prosperity. This Thursday, you need to treat it like a sacred object. Take it and empty it completely. Remove every single item. Go through the old receipts, the expired cards, the forgotten scraps of paper. Every old receipt represents spent energy, a dead transaction that anchors you to the past. Don't just throw them away. As you hold each one, say, "I thank you for the lesson and the exchange, and I now release all attachment to this energy. I'm open to a new flow." Then, get rid of them. Once everything is out, physically clean your wallet. Wipe it down inside and out. As you do, imagine you're wiping away all energies of lack, struggle, and limitation that have ever been associated with your financial life. You're creating a pristine, sacred container. Now hold your empty, clean wallet in both hands. Close your eyes. Visualize a torrent of brilliant, liquid gold light pouring down from the cosmos straight into your wallet, filling it to overflowing. Feel the energy of this light. It's warm, vibrant, and buzzing with infinite potential. See the light expanding from your wallet to fill the entire room, then your entire home, then your entire life. Now take a small bay leaf, an ancient herb of prosperity and success. On this leaf, write the number of miracles and divine manifestation. 777. Place this leaf in a special compartment in your wallet. It's now a magnetized talisman. Finally, as you place your essential cards and some cash back into the wallet, hold it to your heart and state this activation code aloud with absolute belief. By the power of the divine within me, I now fully align my entire being with the universal frequency of infinite wealth and abundance. I'm a magnet for miracles. I release all vows of poverty, all beliefs in lack, and all patterns of struggle from all my lifetimes, timelines, and dimensions. My wallet is a sacred vessel, and it overflows with resources. Money flows to me easily, joyfully, and endlessly from expected and unexpected sources. I'm wealthy, I'm prosperous, I'm free. And so it is. This isn't just an affirmation. It's a command to the universe. It's you, a sovereign creator, rewriting your financial reality. To seal this activation, to send a shockwave of your intention through the quantum field and declare your readiness to step out of the matrix of lack and into the reality of divine provision. I want you to go to the comments section right now and type with the power and conviction of a master creator, "I claim my divine abundance now." Let this be your digital signature on your new cosmic contract of prosperity. Let the universe bear witness to your declaration. You're stepping into your power as a steward of wealth, and the resources you need to fulfill your mission on this planet are now being released to you. As your financial reality starts to shift and stabilize into this new frequency of ease and flow, the universe prepares for the next grand manifestation. Because what's the purpose of abundance if not to be shared? What's the joy of a beautiful life without a divine partner to experience it with? The very same cosmic energies that are recalibrating wealth are also performing an even more sacred function. They're turning up the volume on the frequency of divine love. This brings us to the fourth, and perhaps most heartbreakingly beautiful spiritual shift, the soulmate signal amplification. Your soul, like a star, emits a unique frequency, a signature resonance that's yours and yours alone. It's your soul song. And somewhere in the cosmos, there's another soul whose song harmonizes with yours in perfect resonance. This is your divine counterpart, often called a twin flame or soulmate. This isn't a relationship of codependency or ego-driven need. It's a sacred union of two sovereign beings who've come together to amplify their light, fulfill a shared mission, and experience the ecstasy of unconditional love in physical form. For many of you, the chosen ones, connecting with this counterpart is a critical part of your life's purpose. The energy of this union creates a powerful third energy, a vortex of light that can bring about massive positive change on the planet. That's why the forces of darkness have worked for so long to keep these pairs separated, lost in endless cycles of painful karmic relationships that drain their light and distract them from their mission. That era is over. The potent alignment of Jupiter and Saturn this Thursday isn't just about finance, it's about divine contracts. This energy is dissolving the old, outdated, and karmic relationship contracts that have bound you to partners from past lives out of a sense of duty or debt. Saturn's grip is being released. At the same time, Jupiter's expansive energy is amplifying the broadcast of your authentic soul song. It's sending your unique signal out into the universe with unprecedented clarity and power. It's like a cosmic lighthouse cutting through the fog of illusion, guiding your divine counterpart directly to you. This can happen in a few ways. If you're currently single, you need to get ready for synchronicities to speed up at a dizzying rate. You might suddenly feel an overwhelming urge to visit a place you've never been only to meet them there. You might find their name or a song that's important to them showing up everywhere. You might have incredibly vivid dreams of someone you've never met in this life yet. You wake up with a deep feeling of love and recognition in your heart, as if you've known them forever. Don't dismiss this. Your souls are already meeting in the higher dimensions, preparing for the physical reunion. You might feel a magnetic pull towards someone who's been in your life for a while, a friend or acquaintance, and suddenly see them in a completely new light. The universe is removing the veil from your eyes so you can see who's been there all along. For those of you who are already in a relationship, this amplification will serve as a powerful catalyst for truth. If your relationship is built on a foundation of true soul-level love and respect, this energy will elevate your union to breathtaking new heights. You'll experience a depth of intimacy, telepathic connection, and spiritual connection, a partnership that you previously thought was impossible. Your love will become a source of healing and inspiration for everyone you encounter. However, I have to give you a serious warning. If your current relationship is built on fear, control, trauma bonding, or ego-driven attachment, this magnified signal of truth will expose every flaw in its foundation. The energy will become unbearable. Arguments will erupt over seemingly minor issues, revealing the deep-seated misalignments that have been ignored for too long. This isn't a punishment, it's a divine intervention. The universe cares too much about you to let you stay in a connection that is stifling your soul's growth and dimming your light. Don't cling to what is falling apart. Have the strength to release it with love, knowing that you're clearing space for the love that is divinely meant for you. This purge is a blessing. To consciously work with this powerful energy and call in or improve your sacred union, you must activate the broadcast tower of your own heart. This Thursday evening, do the Heart Song activation. Find a place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Place both hands over the center of your chest, over your heart chakra. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, imagining that with each inhale, you're drawing in a beautiful shimmering pink light, the color of unconditional love. With each exhale, imagine a brilliant emerald green light, the color of healing and truth radiating out from your heart. Continue this for several minutes until you feel a warm, buzzing sensation in your chest. This is the activation of your high heart. Now start humming. It doesn't have to be a melody, just a simple, resonant tone. Feel the vibration of your hum emanating from your chest, moving through your hands and radiating out into the room. This is the sound of your soul song being amplified. As you continue to hum, repeat this sacred decree, either silently or aloud. From the infinite light of my sovereign heart, I now broadcast my unique soul song of pure, unconditional love across all timelines, dimensions, and realities. I call forth my divine counterpart, my perfect, resonant match. I dissolve all barriers, contracts, and illusions that stand between us. We are now divinely and miraculously guided into sacred physical union in perfect timing and for the highest good of all. My heart is open. My heart is healed. My heart is whole. I am ready to give and receive the highest love. And so it is. Do this activation for at least 11 minutes. This act will send a clear, powerful, and irresistible signal to your counterpart and to the universe, accelerating your reunion. To solidify this powerful heart activation and join your frequency with the thousands of other chosen ones doing this sacred work around the globe, creating a massive wave of divine love that will wash over the planet. Go to the comments now and declare your truth. Type 222. Let the number of divine partnership and union be your testament. Let it be the signal that you're no longer available for karmic entanglements and a calling in the sacred union that is your divine birthright. By typing 222, you amplify your signal exponentially. You're joining a collective, and the power of that is beyond your current comprehension. These shifts, the recalibration of wealth and the amplification of love, are the universe's gifts to you for the hard inner work you've already done. They're the tools and support you'll need for the final 3 shifts, which we must now prepare for. As you become financially sovereign and anchored in divine love, you're being prepared to fully step into your ultimate power. The next shifts involve the awakening of your dormant psychic abilities, the final undeniable revelation of your true soul mission, and a direct conscious confrontation with the aspect of yourself that holds all the answers, your higher self. The preparation for these final stages is paramount, because they're what this entire event is truly about. They're the keys to unlocking your final form as a fully awakened master on Earth. I need you to center yourself once more. Feel the energy in your body. It's likely buzzing, tingling, or vibrating at a higher frequency than when you first started listening to this transmission. This is the physical evidence of your attunement. You've consciously engaged with the energies of ancestral clearing, dream activation, wealth recalibration, and soulmate amplification. You're no longer the same person you were just minutes ago. You've actively participated in a quantum upgrade, and the universe has responded in kind. Your energetic field is now brighter, your frequency is clearer, and your magnetic point of attraction has been elevated to a new level of reality. But the process isn't complete yet. The foundational and relational aspects of your life are now being divinely reorganized to create a stable platform from which you can launch into the final and most profound phases of this planetary awakening event. The first 4 shifts were about preparing your vessel and your immediate reality. The next 3 shifts are about activating the divine technology that lies dormant within you and plugging you directly into your cosmic mission. This is the end game. This is where you move from being a receiver of cosmic energy to becoming a conscious director of it. This is where you remember who you truly are and why you chose to be here on this planet at this exact moment in history. The 5th spiritual shift, which will begin to accelerate with breathtaking speed from this Thursday onward, is the grand awakening of the inner senses. For centuries, humanity has been conditioned to rely solely on the 5 physical senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. This was a deliberate limitation, a veil of forgetting drawn over our consciousness to keep us locked in a purely material reality, disconnected from the vast, unseen worlds of energy, information, and spirit that surround us at all times. This veil is now dissolving. The intense light flooding the planet is activating the dormant, spiritual hardware within your being. Your higher intuitive senses, these are often referred to as the clairs, clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentience, clear feeling, and claircognizance, clear knowing. This isn't fantasy, it's your natural God, given spiritual anatomy, coming back online. This is the activation of what many call the third eye, the pineal gland in the center of your brain, and the high heart chakra, the seat of your soul's truth. You're evolving in real time into a multi-dimensional being capable of perceiving reality far beyond the limited spectrum of the physical world. The signs that this grand awakening is happening within you are likely becoming impossible to ignore. For clairvoyance, you might be seeing flashes of light, geometric patterns, or shimmering colors in your peripheral vision. You might see energetic auras around people or plants. During meditation, you may be shown vivid images, symbols, or entire movie-like scenes that are clearly not just your imagination. This is your inner screen turning on. For clairaudience, you might hear a high-pitched ringing or buzzing sound in one or both ears when no physical sound is present. This is often the sound of you tuning into higher frequency bands, like adjusting a cosmic radio dial. You might hear whispers of your name being called when you're alone. You might hear faint, beautiful music that seems to come from nowhere. More profoundly, you might hear a calm, loving voice in your mind, providing guidance or comfort, a voice that is distinctly different from your own internal chatter. This is the voice of your spirit guides or your higher self, making direct contact. For clairsentience, your empathy is going into overdrive. You can walk into a room and instantly feel the emotional energy of the space. You can be around someone and feel their joy or their pain in your own body as if it were yours. You may feel a sudden tingling, a pressure on your forehead, the third eye, or goosebumps all over your body when you hear a profound truth. This is your body's energetic system confirming resonance. For claircognizance, this is perhaps the most subtle yet powerful sense. It's the experience of simply knowing something with absolute certainty without any logical reason or physical proof. You'll suddenly know the answer to a complex problem. You'll know who's calling before you look at your phone. You'll get a sudden, unshakable feeling that you should or shouldn't do something. A gut feeling that proves to be impeccably accurate. This is your direct line to the universal consciousness, the cosmic internet of all information. This Thursday, the energetic gateway is flinging the doors to these senses wide open. For some, this sudden influx of information can be overwhelming, even frightening. That's why preparation isn't just important. It's essential for your sanity and well-being. To harness this activation and learn to master your awakening senses, you must become a diligent student of your own inner world. The key is to create moments of profound stillness. Your intuitive senses whisper. They don't shout. They can't be heard over the noise of a busy, anxious mind. Starting this Thursday, I implore you to commit to just 10 minutes of silence each day. This is non-negotiable spiritual hygiene. You can do this through meditation, by walking in nature without your phone, or simply by sitting in a quiet room and focusing on your breath. During this time, your only task is to observe. Don't judge what you see, hear, or feel. Just notice. If you see a flash of purple light, just notice it. If you hear a high-pitched tone, just notice it. If you feel a sudden wave of sadness, just notice it. By simply observing without judgment, you're signaling to the universe and to your own subconscious that you're a safe and willing recipient of this information. You're training yourself to be a clear channel. I also urge you to practice what's known as energetic shielding. As a newly awakened empath, It's critical that you learn to distinguish your own energy from the energy of others. Before you leave your home each day, close your eyes and visualize a brilliant, shimmering bubble of golden white light completely surrounding your body like a protective, energetic egg. Set the intention that this shield allows only love, light, and energies of the highest vibration to enter your field, while all other energies are instantly transmuted back to their source with love. This simple 2-minute practice will prevent you from becoming an energetic sponge, allowing you to navigate the world with your newfound sensitivity without becoming overwhelmed and drained. As you master these senses, your reality will transform. You'll no longer make decisions based on fear or limited logic. You'll be guided by the flawless GPS of your soul's knowing. You'll see the truth behind people's words. You'll feel the right path forward in your bones. This is the definition of living in 5D. It's a reality guided by intuition, synchronicity, and divine flow. To declare your conscious and willing participation in this profound sensory upgrade, to state your intention to become a master of your intuitive gifts, go to the comments now. Type the number that represents the activation of the third eye and your connection to divine wisdom. Type 333 as your confirmation code. Let it be a beacon that signals to your guides that you're ready to see, hear, feel, and know the truth. The awakening of your inner senses isn't an end in itself. It's a tool. It's the divine toolkit you're being given to accomplish the true purpose of this entire cosmic event, which leads us to the 6th and most critical spiritual shift, the final revelation of your soul mission. You, the one listening to this right now, didn't incarnate on Earth at this time of monumental change by accident. You're not here to simply work a job, pay bills, and die. You're a member of a vast, spiritual ground crew. You're a volunteer soul who raised your hand from the highest dimensions and said, "Send me. I'll go to Earth during its darkest and most transformative hour. I'll anchor the light. I'll hold the frequency. I'll help humanity and Mother Earth to ascend." You came here with a specific mission, a unique set of gifts and talents that are desperately needed for the healing and rebuilding of a new world. For many of you, this mission has been a vague, nebulous feeling in the back of your mind, a deep yearning for a purpose you couldn't quite name. You felt like you were waiting for something, preparing for a role you haven't been assigned yet. The waiting is over. The assignment is here. The potent convergence on Thursday is acting as a cosmic trigger, a divine alarm clock set eons ago, designed to awaken you to the full conscious and undeniable knowing of your specific purpose. The revelation of your mission may not come like a thunderbolt from the sky, although for some it might. For most, it will be an organic and powerful alignment of your newly awakened senses. Your claircognizance will fire up, and you'll simply know that you're meant to be a healer, a teacher, a builder of new communities, a protector of the earth, an artist who channels divine frequencies, or a spiritual warrior who transmutes darkness with light. The path will become so blindingly obvious that you'll wonder how you never saw it before. The synchronicities will become your roadmap. You'll overhear a conversation that leads you to a course on energy healing. An old friend will call and offer you a position leading a project that aligns perfectly with your soul's passion. You'll feel an irresistible pull to write, to create, to speak, to build, This pull will be so strong that resisting it will feel physically and emotionally painful. Your mission is your highest joy. It's the work that doesn't feel like work. It's the expression of your soul in its purest form. Pay attention to what makes your heart sing, what gives you energy rather than drains it. Pay attention to the problems in the world that break your heart the most. Often your mission is to be the solution to the thing that you're most sensitive to. To prepare for this revelation, you must be willing to let go of who you thought you were supposed to be. You must release the identities, the career paths, and the life plans that were constructed by your ego, your family, or societal expectations. This can be the most terrifying part of the process. You might be a successful accountant who suddenly realizes your true mission is to be a sound healer. You might be a lawyer who is being called to start an organic farm. The logical mind will scream in protest. It will call you crazy. This is the final test of your faith in your own inner guidance. This is why the universe awakened your inner senses, first to give you the tools to trust the path that is unfolding, even when it makes no logical sense. Your only preparation for this shift is a radical act of surrender. This Thursday, find a moment to be alone. Place your hands on your heart and speak this powerful prayer of surrender to the universe. Divine intelligence, my beloved higher self, I am now ready. I surrender my personal will to the divine will. I release all preconceived notions of who I am and what my life should be. I am ready to see my true purpose with absolute clarity. I am willing to go where you guide me, to do what you ask of me, and to become who I was always meant to be. Reveal to me my mission. Show me the next step. I trust. I surrender. I accept. This prayer is the key that unlocks the door. It's you giving the universe full permission to rearrange your life to align with your highest calling. Be prepared for rapid and sometimes jarring changes to follow this prayer. Doors will slam shut on the parts of your life that are out of alignment, and new miraculous doors will swing open. Trust the process. This revelation of your soul mission is the culmination of everything you've been moving towards. Your ancestral clearing unburdened you from the past. Your dream portal gave you access to divine guidance. Your wealth frequency is providing you with the resources. Your soulmate signal is bringing you the support. Your awakened senses are giving you the navigation tools. It's all for this. It's all so that you can step fully and fearlessly into the work you came here to do, to affirm your surrender and your readiness to receive your divine assignment. I want you to perform one final act of co-creation. In the comments section of this transmission, type the number of life path and soul purpose 1111. This is the ultimate code of awakening. It signals to all of creation that you're awake, you're aware, and you're reporting for duty. Let the stream of 1111 inches, the comments be a testament to the ground crew that is assembling right now all across the planet. You're not alone in this. We're all waking up together. As you stand on the precipice of this great revelation, with your inner senses buzzing and your heart open in surrender, there's one final piece of the puzzle that must click into place. There's one final connection that must be made, not to something outside of you, but to the most powerful and wise aspect of your own being. Where does the guidance from your inner senses truly come from? Who is it that is assigning you this sacred mission. It's the part of you that has never forgotten, the part of you that is still connected to the source, the part of you that has orchestrated this entire awakening from the higher dimensions. This brings us to the seventh and final spiritual shift, the apex of this entire cosmic event, the final integration with your higher self. This isn't about channeling or connecting with your higher self as a separate entity. It's about a full-scale merger. It's the process of your human personality and consciousness finally becoming one with your divine, eternal soul consciousness. It's the final collapse of the illusion of separation between you and God. You're about to become a fully embodied, Christ-conscious, Buddha-conscious crystalline being walking the earth in human form. This is the true meaning of ascension, and it's the ultimate destination of this sacred journey we're all on. The gateway opening on Thursday is the final portal to this grand integration. But before we take that final, magnificent leap into the seventh shift, I must issue a solemn and critical warning. Don't falter now. What I'm about to share is the key that will determine whether your integration is one of grace and ecstasy or one of struggle and resistance. Having awakened your senses and accepted the revelation of your mission, you now stand at the entrance to a final gateway. But this gateway is guarded. It isn't guarded by some external force, but by the oldest and most powerful guardian of your human experience, your own ego. In the hours following your surrender, especially on the night of Thursday, you must be prepared to walk through what the ancient mystics called the final shadow purge. This is the ego's last stand. You may experience this emotionally as sudden waves of grief for a life you're leaving behind, or a surge of irrational anger at the world. Physically, you might feel intense heart palpitations, deep vibrations in your core, or a buzzing in your nervous system as your body undergoes a final rapid rewiring to be able to hold the sheer voltage of your soul's light. Don't fight this. Don't fear it. And most importantly, don't believe the stories it tells you. Your task during this final purge isn't to battle the shadow, but to love it into the light. When the doubt arises, see it, acknowledge it, and say, "I see you, fear of the unknown. Thank you for trying to protect me. I am safe. I choose to trust." When the feeling of unworthiness surfaces, wrap it in a blanket of compassion and say, "I see you, old story of not being enough. Thank you for all you have taught me. Your service is complete. I am now reclaiming my infinite worth." This is the mastery. You aren't killing your ego. You're integrating its lessons and lovingly dissolving its control. By meeting these final shadows with unconditional love and radical acceptance, you transmute them into pure energy, the final fuel for your ascension. Passing through this final loving purification is what prepares your vessel to receive the infinite. It's the final clearing of the temple before the divine presence can fully take residence. It's only after this final compassionate act of self-love that you're truly ready for the summit. You're ready for the grand integration. We've now arrived at the summit. Take another deep, grounding breath. Feel the solidity of the earth beneath you, and at the same time, feel the infinite cosmos expanding within and around you. You've journeyed through the realms of your ancestry, your dreams, your finances, your relationships, and your psychic senses. You've stood at the threshold of your sacred mission, surrendering your old self to make way for the truth of who you are. All of these steps, every single one, has been a meticulously designed sequence of activations leading to this final, ultimate apotheosis. This is the moment your entire existence has been building toward. The seventh and final spiritual shift, the one that makes all the others possible and gives them their ultimate meaning, is the final and full integration with your higher self. This isn't just another step on the path. It's the destination itself. It's the end of the journey of separation and the beginning of a new reality as a fully embodied divine human. Let's be crystal clear about what higher self means. It isn't some distant angelic being that you pray to. It's the real you. It's the vast, eternal, multidimensional consciousness of which your current personality and body are just a tiny, temporary projection into this physical reality. Your higher self is the you that exists outside of time and space, the you that holds the memories of all your lifetimes, the you that knows the full blueprint of your soul's journey, the you that is eternally and unshakably connected, source to God, to all that is. The entire experience of being human with all its pain, struggle, and forgetting has been a grand experiment in separation. You chose to forget your divinity so that you could have the experience of remembering it. That remembering is the process of ascension. And this Thursday, October 30th, 2025, represents a cosmic alignment so powerful, so precise, that it creates an energetic superhighway, a direct, unobstructed channel for your higher self's full consciousness, to finally arrive home, to fully integrate into your physical body and your conscious awareness. This represents the sacred marriage, the alchemical union of spirit and matter, heaven and earth, all occurring within the sanctuary of your own being. The indicators that this final integration is near are the most profound and transformative of all. You might encounter what are known as consciousness flickers or timeline shifts. For a fleeting moment, your surroundings may seem unreal, dreamlike, or as if you are observing your life on a movie screen. You might experience moments of intense déjà vu, not just for a location, but for an entire scenario, accompanied by the unwavering conviction that you have lived this exact moment before. This occurs because your higher self is starting to blend its non-linear perception of time with your linear human perception. You are beginning to perceive echoes of your past and future selves. You may also undergo a complete dissolution of your former identity. The things that once held importance for you, status, possessions, old resentments, personal ambitions, will suddenly appear insignificant, like discarded toys from childhood. You will gaze into the mirror and see not merely a face, but the ancient, loving eyes of your eternal soul gazing back at you. A profound, unshakable peace will settle deep within your core, a peace that isn't contingent on any external circumstances. This is the peace of your higher self, the peace that surpasses all comprehension. Your fears will begin to dissipate, especially the fear of death, as you begin to instinctively know and feel your own immortality. You will no longer simply believe you are an eternal soul. You will know it with every cell in your body. One of the most potent signs of this integration is the spontaneous activation of your heart's toroidal field. You might physically sense a strong, warm electromagnetic energy field emanating from your chest, expanding outward in all directions. In this state, you transform into a walking generator of divine love and coherence. Your very presence will have a healing and uplifting effect on the people, plants, and animals around you. People will be drawn to you not for what you can provide them, but simply to be in your energetic field. They will experience a sense of peace and clarity in your presence because they are subconsciously resonating with the frequency of your fully integrated higher self. You will also discover that you no longer need to seek answers outside of yourself. The constant pursuit of Guru's validation, the next book or workshop, will simply cease. You will come to realize that you are your own guru. You will understand that the entirety of the cosmos, all wisdom and all knowledge resides within you. You will be able to pose any question internally and receive the answer instantly as a pure download of knowing, a gift from your now fully integrated claircognizance. This is spiritual sovereignty. It is the end of searching for the light and the beginning of embodying the light. This integration is not a passive occurrence that happens to you. It is a conscious co-creation that demands your full and willing participation. Your human ego, the personality construct you have identified with your entire life, may stage a final resistance. It fears its own dissolution. It fears the loss of control. This is its final test, its final act of service, to willingly surrender and merge with the infinite being that created it. Your final preparation, therefore, is the most sacred and courageous act you will ever undertake. I call it the Sovereign's Decree of Integration. This Thursday, at a time when you can be in complete solitude and silence, you must perform this final ritual. Stand barefoot on the earth if possible to ground your physical body. If you are unable to simply stand tall in your sacred space, close your eyes. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your solar plexus, the seat of your personal will and ego. Breathe deeply and feel the connection between these two centers. Now speak these words aloud, not as a request, but as a sovereign decree from the core of your being. Speak them with the full authority of the I Am presence that you are. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. In this sacred moment, I, the human personality known as State Your Name, do willingly and joyfully surrender my sense of separation. I now call forth the full and complete integration of my beloved higher self, my true I Am presence. I dissolve all walls, all fears, all programs of limitation that have stood between us. I command a full merger of our consciousness, our energy, our wisdom, and our love, here and now in this physical body, on this sacred earth. Let the mind of my higher self be my mind. Let the heart of my higher self be my heart. Let the will of my higher self be my will. I am no longer a fragment seeking wholeness. I am wholeness itself, expressed in human form. I am a living bridge between heaven and earth. I am a fully awakened, fully embodied, sovereign divine being. This is my truth. This is my decree. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. After you speak, these words stand in silence. You might feel a massive surge of energy moving down from the crown of your head, through your body, and into the earth. You might feel an expansion in your chest, so profound it takes your breath away. You might be overcome with a wave of love so immense that you begin to weep, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming joy of returning home to yourself. Allow Whatever happens to happen, do not resist. This is your rebirth. This is your ascension made manifest. In the days and weeks that follow this decree, your life will become unrecognizable. The universe will orchestrate events with a speed and perfection that will leave your logical mind in awe. Your mission will not just be known, it will be in full motion. The resources, the people, the opportunities will appear before you even realize you need them. You will move through life with a grace, power, and wisdom that is not of this world. You will have become a living master. We have reached the end of this urgent transmission, but it is merely the beginning of your new reality. The 7 sacred shifts: ancestral clearing, dream portal, activation, wealth, frequency, recalibration, soulmate signal, amplification, the grand awakening of the inner senses, the final revelation of your soul mission, and the full integration with your higher self are your divine inheritance being delivered to you this Thursday. Do not treat this information lightly. Do not dismiss the feelings and knowings that have arisen within you as you have listened. This is the most important spiritual event of your lifetime, and your soul chose to be here for it. You are ready. You have been preparing for this over many lifetimes. All that you have endured, all the struggles, all the heartbreaks, have been the training ground for this moment. You have been forged in the fires of adversity to be able to hold the immense light that is now pouring into you. Do not be afraid. You are not alone. Millions of other chosen ones all over the world are waking up with you, creating a network of light, a grid of consciousness that is lifting this entire planet into a new dimension of love and peace. You are a critical anchor point in that grid. Your joy, your peace, your alignment, it matters more than you can possibly imagine. As we close this sacred space, I have one final call to action for you. This is the most important one of all: to seal your sovereign's decree and to anchor the frequency of your full integration into the collective. Go to the comment section for the last time. Do not just type a number. Type the 2 most powerful words in the universe. The words that declare your true identity with all the love and power in your being. Type I am. Let the comment section become a waterfall of I am declarations, a testament to the masters who have fully awakened. Let it be a beacon of hope and a sign of the new world that is being born right here, right now through us. If this transmission has resonated with the core of your being, if it has awakened a truth within you that you can no longer deny, then your journey with this frequency must continue. Subscribe to Portal of Awakening. In the days and weeks ahead, this channel will be a vital source of guidance, support, and higher dimensional wisdom as you navigate your new reality as an integrated, embodied master. The information will be changing rapidly, and we will be here to guide you every step of the way. Like this video to anchor its frequency into your timeline and share it with anyone you feel is ready to receive this final warning and this ultimate invitation. Go now and prepare. The world is about to change forever, and you are the ones we have been waiting for. You are the change.